The case of the diamonds, the dictator, and the supermodel. When ABC News first confronted supermodel Naomi Campbell about a mysterious gift of diamonds, she denied the allegations. But today on the witness stand at the war crimes trial of former Liberian dictator Charles Taylor, Campbell told a very different story. Now she says the dictator's henchmen paid her a late-night visit, delivering a pouch of uncut, unpolished precious stones. But were those stones so-called blood diamonds, the secret currency with which Taylor funded his reign of terror? Brian Ross investigates.
I solemnly swear on the Bible.
I solemnly swear on the Bible.
On the stand at the war crimes trial in The Hague today, supermodel Naomi Campbell appeared to be put out to be called as a witness.
This is a big inconvenience for me.
Campbell had initially refused to cooperate with prosecutors in their case against the former Liberian dictator Charles Taylor, and appeared today only because of a subpoena from the court forcing her testimony.
Are you a bit nervous?
No, well, I didn't really want to be here, so I was made to be here. So obviously I'm just like wanting to get this over with and get on with my life.
For prosecutors, Campbell's testimony is seen as crucial in a case that goes back over a decade, involving hundreds of thousands of people killed or maimed in a bloody civil war that Taylor is accused of fueling with what came to be called blood diamonds. As first reported by ABC News, witnesses said Campbell, on a trip to South Africa to the home of Nelson Mandela, had boasted of receiving a packet of diamonds from Taylor's representatives. But Campbell denied the allegations to ABC News earlier this year, before storming out of the interview.
You received a diamond from Charles.
I didn't receive a diamond, and I'm not going to speak about that. Thank you very much. And I'm not here for that.
Well, we've been told that you didn't help the prosecution sort of in this very important case.
Sorry. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
But what she told ABC News was a lie. She did receive diamonds from Taylor, as she acknowledged under oath today, describing a bizarre middle-of-the-night scene outside her bedroom.
When I was sleeping, I had a knock at my door, and I opened my door, and two men were there and gave me a pouch and said, "A gift for you."
Did you ask them who they were?
No, I was extremely tired. When they gave me the pouch, I just put it next to my bed and went back to bed.
What did you think the stones were?
They were kind of dirty-looking pebbles. They were dirty, I don't know. When I'm used to seeing diamonds, I'm used to seeing diamonds shiny and in a box, you know. Someone hadn't said they were diamonds, I wouldn't have guessed right away that they were diamonds.
But witnesses, including actress and activist Mia Farrow, have given much different testimony. Farrow was there the next morning and says Campbell knew exactly what she had.
She said during the night, some men had knocked at her door, and it was representatives of President Charles Taylor, and that they had given her a huge diamond. And we're like, oh my gosh.
Taylor's representatives asked Campbell about testimony from witnesses, including one who claimed Campbell had been flirting with Taylor, something Campbell denied.
That's not true at all. As I said before, when I'm with Mr. Mandela, and I think everyone in the world feels the same way, my attention and focus is with him.
At the time, Taylor was at the center of international outrage over his alleged role in stoking the bloody Civil War. But Campbell today claimed she was completely ignorant of the term blood diamonds or what was happening in Africa.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Charles Taylor, never heard of him before, never heard of the country Liberia before. I never heard of the term of blood diamonds before, so I just assumed that it was.
Have you had any other contact with Mr.
No contact at all,
Charles
never
Taylor?
seen him again since the dinner table.
When at breakfast you were told that probably they were diamonds and probably they came from Charles Taylor, did you consider thanking him for the gift to you of these diamonds?
I didn't thank him, I just looked for my friend Jeremy Ratcliffe and gave them to him. It's not abnormal for me to get gifts. I get gifts given to me all the time, at any hour of the night.
The man she says she gave the diamonds to, Jeremy Ratcliffe, was the director of the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund.
My intention at that moment and at that time was to find Jeremy and give them to him. I don't recall his reaction. I just said take them, do something with them, and make sure children benefit from them. I didn't want to keep them.
Radcliffe could
So
not
at
be
that
reached for
point in
comment
time,
today, but current officials at the Children's Fund tell ABC News there is no record of any diamonds received from Naomi Campbell at the time or since. She did make contributions of some $50,000 that year and the year after, according to their records. The scars of what happened in Sierra Leone have not healed. The case against Charles Taylor is being closely watched here, especially by the many victims. Alusane Kante first had his left hand chopped off by the Blood Diamond rebels. When they threatened to chop off his son's hand, Kante offered up his right hand, which they then chopped off.
So the civilian raised the axe and hacked once.
Kante is one of some 50 victims who flew to The Hague to confront and testify against Taylor. It was no inconvenience for them.
And I said yes, and they said put it, and I placed my right hand and they hacked it twice.
I care about the protection of my family, and as I said on television before, I didn't want to have anything to do with this.
Naomi Campbell had said she feared for the safety of her family in explaining why she was so hesitant to cooperate with the War Crimes Tribunal.
Ms. Campbell, we want to thank you for your testimony.
Thank you very much.
At the end of today's session, Campbell was thanked for her testimony, which prosecutors said took months to arrange. The multimillionaire supermodel left with no comment, eager, as she said, to get on with her life and put the inconvenience of the war crimes trial behind her. For Nightline, this is Brian Ross, ABC News.